Good morning. I'm not being morbid, but I always find it interesting to look back over the year and see the people that have died, the notables. Let's have a wee look. Roger Moore, James Bond. But I remember him long before that. He was in The Persuaders and he was in Ivanhoe. He was dashing, he was the man about town, he was superbly dressed, he was the gentleman, rogue, very rarely the villain. So he brought a lighter touch to the role of James Bond. Mary Tyler Moore. Remember watching the Mary Tyler Moore show? She's a beautiful looking girl. Stunning. What about this guy, Robert Hardy? I thought he was brilliant in All Creatures Great and Small. Grumpy, aristocratic type guy that he played. British bulldog manner. Played Siegfried Farnham in All Creatures Great and Small. Portrayed Winston Churchill on several occasions. Brilliant stuff. Takes you back. And there's Adam West, the original Batman, pictured next to Burt Ward, who played his sidekick. And I still watch some of these old episodes on YouTube. This is Martin Landau, and the main series that I watched was, I like sci-fi, and the main series I watched was Space 1999. That was great stuff. And here's Erin Moran from Happy Days. And I just loved Happy Days. Super. Brilliant stuff. The Fonz rolling in on his motorbike. Cool dude. Everybody wanted to be the Fonz. And there's Barry Norman. Used to set the clock to watch Barry Norman on film night. Brilliant stuff. It was just the way he concisely summed up new movies. So droll, so dry. I never liked Coronation Street in general, but I could appreciate the interplay between Bill Tarney and Liz Dawn. I mean, these are real characters that you could identify with. The modern day Coronation Street, well, it's not for me. But these two were great. And who could forget Peter Sallis, Last of the Summer Wine, Cleggy, and sometimes I think I'm turning into Peter Sallis. Or maybe Compo. I don't know. Rodney Bewes, out of the Likely Lads. Oh, what happened to you? Whatever happened to me? What became of those people we used to be? Used to enjoy that. Those words could mirror my own experience. Where has it all gone, folks? And of course, Brucey. What an entertainer. A career that spanned 8 decades. Strictly Come Dancing, The Generation, Play Your Cards Right, and so much more. And look at this guy. Keith Chegwin. Died at 60. And he was married to Maggie Philbin for a while, and because of alcohol, the marriage dissolved. And I liked the guy. Just things didn't go well for him, and he was such a showman and tried so hard, and there was always a smile on his face. Be hiding the pain inside. Don't know. And this is Sean Hughes, actor, comedian, writer. And it was actually a shock to me whenever he died. I watched him in it with Peter Davison, the Dangers. I thought, I really enjoyed those. But this guy was very, very funny and down to earth. Sad loss. And here's John Noakes, longest serving Blue Peter presenter alongside his dog Shep. Get down, Shep. And this guy put his life on the line so many times for Blue Peter, jumping out of airplanes and climbing tall buildings with no safety equipment or anything like that. The guy was unbelievable. I watched a documentary about him recently, and the things he did, crazy man. This is one of my all-time favourites from way back when. This is Brian Cant, and this guy didn't even have to say anything. He had such a humorous wee smile, and he looked at the camera and he played the camera, and the guy was brilliant. Even as an adult, I watched Brian Cant. Sorry to see him go. There's another great looking girl beside him. Some lovely presenters, I must admit. That's Chloe Ashcroft. And Brian Cant was in Play School, and he made Play School for 21 years. And I used to watch it with my kids. And what about this guy? Brian Matthew, gentleman DJ. Sound of the 60s, Radio 2. Used to listen to him, and he only stopped broadcasting quite recently. News Onions, brilliant. This girl died aged 51, I think from a brain hemorrhage. This is Jill Seward. She was a rape victim and sexual assault campaigner, and she made things better for an awful lot of assault victims, because she had walked the walk herself, and she had dealt with police and knew how things needed to change. So good for her, but sad death at the age of 51. And then there was Martin McGuinness. I don't know what you think or feel about Martin McGuinness. And there's Ian Paisley just in behind him. And I don't know what you think about Ian Paisley either. But these two became nicknamed as the Chuckle Brothers. And it's safe to say that without the nod from these two guys, there wouldn't be any peace in Northern Ireland. There wouldn't be the peace that we've had over the past many years. The Chuckle Brothers. It has always fascinated me how these two actually got together and became friends. And if you want to see a fictional interpretation of that process, watch The Journey with Timothy Spall in it and Brendan Gleeson. A brilliant movie. What about this guy? Motor racing legend John Surtees. Unbelievable guy. Formula 1 and motorcycling champion. He did the crossover. Only man to have won the Grand Prix World Championship on both 2 and 4 wheels. What a guy. And from the world of rock music, Tom Petty. And there he's standing in front of his group, the Heartbreakers. And also a co-founder of another one of my favourite bands was the Travelling Wilburys. Another brilliant singer-songwriter, Glenn Campbell. And I watched a documentary about him. I think he had all sorts of health problems towards the end, but he could remember how to play the guitar, and the words didn't come easy for him, but he was still doing gigs right up to the end, with the encouragement of his family. Brilliant guy. Like this guy too, Peter Sarstedt. Where do you go to, my lovely? And the lyrics of his songs actually said it all. Brilliant writer, Peter Sarsted. Gone but not forgotten. And loved listening to Fats Domino. Blueberry Hill. This was one of the guys who started it all off. And I'm sure you are quite aware that there's quite a number of other people who died over the year 2017. But, I've just pinpointed the ones that matter to me, or the ones that I liked. I've left out quite a few, and I'm sorry if I've left out your personal favourite. I don't mean to knock them or anything like that. It's just my personal favourites. Sad to see anyone go. Part of your past, a part of your childhood disappears with them.